Hello, welcome everybody. Today I'm going to detail 24, so 24 amazing Cyber Monday deals and steals. Many of these I have found today and put in my cart, and they're on their way here. So I'm excited to share with you an assortment of health and fitness related products, items that are going to make your life easier and healthier, as well as some really great quality products, and even some supplements and items that I detail a lot to my patient practice and my community that I create video content for over on YouTube and over on Instagram. So welcome. If you are new joining, my name is Dr. Melissa Gallagher. I have been creating gift guides and Cyber Monday, Black Friday shopping lists for over a decade. So I'm excited to create this list for you here on Cyber Monday. If you haven't started following me, click on the screen and the button down below, and I have a whole entire catalog of really amazing products that fit different needs and health and wellness specific shopping guides and shopping lists. So I hope you'll check that out. Particularly today, we have some really great deals, amazing finds. So let's kick off with our first item here, which is the Vitamix. And this is the professional version. It's 36% off today. And I've been watching these all weekend long. They had one that was a really good discount that I detailed on our Black Friday live show. This one is really high quality. And at this level, it's $384.97. It's normally a $600 product. So for $384, you're getting what you can find essentially at all your smoothie places, all the places that are doing acai bowls. But the Vitamix, the professional version, gives you a lot of options. I want to share in detail some of the things here. I shared this on our Black Friday in terms of all the different ways that you can use these. So it can make liquid. It can create a liquid soup. And many times we will take squashes and even tomatoes. You might want to heat them up, and even potatoes. It will liquefy those. So you can put in super hot things. It's very, it has the capacity to handle extreme heat. And then it chops, it grinds, it blends, it emulsifies. These are amazing products. Vitamixer is at the high end of high quality items. So I want to share with you that today. I'm very excited by that. And this is something, again, at 36% off when it's a $600 product, you're getting a huge savings at $384. Next up, I'm really excited. Oh, and by the way, that's all. You can shop all these items on my carousel. And so comment down below as well. I love to kind of engage with my consumers and folks watching today. So I'm just going to say comment and let me know where you're from. And if you have any questions about any of these products, let me know. I'll answer those too here in the live. So definitely check that out. And love to connect. So I'll be watching the chat throughout the whole stream. And one of the things that I do want to highlight is something that I found today that I just saw last week. And I was doing a photo shoot for one of the brands that I work with. And so I went to the studio, and I had hair and makeup done, and my hair, there was makeup debris and, some of my hair, and the guy had the studio, it was all white. And so, an all white studio is all about the image, and having all white. Well, he pulled out this particular product. It's the Teneco floor. It's a wet vac, and so it's a wet vac mop kind of vacuum altogether. And it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It has 2 compartments. It has for the dirty items, and then it has clean water. And it was unbelievable. He's like, watch this. And he totally went over the white. He's like, This will make it look spick and span. And he's like, it totally dries. And so sure enough, he did the passes, and the wet was, it was wet. And then the last part of the passes takes it all the wet and cleans it, removes it, and it was totally dry and super clean. It was totally white. And I thought, oh my gosh, I need to look this up. So I told Brian about it. I looked it up, and I've been monitoring. I'm like, well, these are the deal days: Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and then Cyber Monday. And so sure enough, this morning it was on sale for 30% off. This is normally $400. So $399.99. So almost $400 at 30% off. You get it for $279.99. It is cordless, and it has a charging station. It's self-cleaning. It's pretty amazing. So I want to share with you some details here. I'm going to put these up on the screen. And this is what it looked like. It looked all wet and glistening. And then when he came back through, it cleaned it up. So it will wash the spills, and it leaves no streaks or residue. And I witnessed it firsthand. I thought, holy cow, that's amazing. Then at the top of the unit, you have LED. It has an LED light ring, and it tells you about the cleaning status, about the charge as well. And it also tells you the runtime. So you have up to 100 minutes of runtime. So that's awesome, because a lot of times we have a portable Dyson, which I love. I feel like this is the wet vac Dyson version, if that makes sense. But I never know when it's going to die. Like, it'll give me the down to 1 bar and then it's done. But this is great for kind of knowing how much time you have. And then it also, you can adjust the suction based on the type of floor that you're using, and it will give you maintenance alerts. So really, really amazing, high quality tool that when we're looking at your health, a big part of our health is keeping our house clean and free of bacteria and unwanted mess. And for sure, this is one of those tools that will work on all different floors. Let me show you another a little post here about it. It works on all different types of floors. It works on wood floor. It works on tile. It works on concrete. It works on linoleum. It works on any type of flooring. And what's really cool is it's intuitive. So as you can see, it has this really cool kind of handle you put your hand in, and very easy to use. It has a one-touch start. And what's awesome is it has a self-cleaning roller and water line. So for instance, if you've got a mess on your floor and you're baking holiday cookies and you spill egg, goo, or like oil. In my kitchen, we're in the middle of a mold remediation project. And so today our flooring just got removed, our wood flooring in one part of the house. So we're in the kitchen. We've got all our furniture packed in our kitchen and dining room. And I made a salad, and I dropped some lettuce, and I dropped a tomato. Well, this thing would be able to pick that up and clean it. And like tomatoes, it literally landed on, I cut them in half, a little plum tomato, and the goo and the seeds spread everywhere. Well, this is what I need to clean that. And I'm very excited. It is phenomenal. But yeah, the Teneco floor, the wet vac is amazing. So definitely check that out. Consider that. I really think one of the things that is the best feature is that it has self-cleaning water lines. So that was in my cart and on its way here to us. I was super excited. So I want to include that on my list for all of you, because really feel like this is such a unique product. And I think it's going to gain in popularity. And I wanted to make sure that you all knew about it. And definitely check out the carousel down below and follow me if you haven't already. Next up, I want to share with you something I've been using this year. I've been very detailed and transparent with my community, but this is the Revitalash. This is it's a volume enhancing foam. This is for any of us ladies and men. So this qualifies for men and women. And this I got this I think, yeah, I scored this same deal. So I bought this on Black Friday. They still have the same pricing. And let me feature this. It's featured down below. So it is 20% off. And I actually bought this at my dermatologist's office. And so this is a volume enhancing foam. I just opened it, so I have to open my package. And basically what this does, you can shake it up or not, it doesn't really matter, but you have a few pumps. I'll show you here on my hand. And it is this peptide dense foam. Okay, so that's what the foam looks like. And basically, you'd put it right on your scalp. And I'm just showing you to demo this. It's this foam, and you put it right on your scalp in the areas where you might have some breakage, damage, hair loss. And for me, I have stress-related hair loss here in my crown. So you want to really put the foam, so you do like right here in a part. See that foam? It goes right on in, kind of press it in. You don't want to oversaturate it. What I love about this, let me throw up a little bit more detail here. This foam allows you to use this either with wet or dry hair. And one of the things that I found, because I've tried a lot of different hair loss, hair enhancing, thickening, serums and creams, and you name it, scalp enhancers, whatever it is. This is the only one that you don't have to dry your hair and further damage it to put this on. And Revitalash is known for the rejuvenation of eyelashes. But what you get here is you get the ability to tap into peptides. And I actually was interviewed recently. It's coming out soon. I'll be detailing that further on my YouTube channel and through all my social channels on Instagram, which, by the way, Natural Health Resources is my business name. That's where you can find me on all avenues of social. But I was interviewed about peptides, and specifically peptides. A lot of people don't really understand what they are. They are this more recent utilization of natural occurring components in foods, and we can even create synthetic versions of peptides. But peptides help signal or create better signaling and communication, and really opens up the pathways between certain systems and mechanisms in your body. And when it comes to beauty products, peptides are really helpful in reversing stress, inflammation, and can help rejuvenate cell tissue, rejuvenates the cellular kind of anti-aging process. And with this particular product, it has certain types of peptides in it. Let me share with you some more details here. So it has a Biopeptide Complex, and this is proprietary, so it's I believe it's registered. But this is what sends signals to your scalp. So I just put some right here in this little area. As you guys can kind of see, I got a little thinning right here. Stress. We've moved. We've had 2 home remodels in 2 different states. The latest, we have a mold remediation project. Like I mentioned, we've got our flooring getting redone. This is by far the most effective thing at what I've seen. I have lots of little wisps. You can probably see them. Lots of little wisps, lots of rejuvenation. And the biopeptide, this particular complex, literally bolsters and turns on the cellular rejuvenation of your hair follicles. So if your hair follicle is in one of the phases where it's either shedding or it's in a dormant phase, this will wake it up. So 1, it stops shedding, and 2, it starts growing. And this is a really good way to minimize the effects of stress, hormones, and even some of our genetics when it comes to hair loss. So for men and women, this is very, very applicable and highly beneficial. I really, really love that. Next, I want to share with you, let me grab this over here. So I want to share with you the foam roller. So Amazon Basics has their, let's see, here we are. Amazon Basics has their foam roller on sale. This is your standard foam roller. I'm not sure if you guys have used a foam roller before, But essentially what I recommend to patients is foam rolling is excellent to do over or on the body. Basically, you lay on this and you roll. I've done demos on my YouTube channel, but you can roll on this. You can roll your legs, or basically you have your legs and it's rolling back and forth. This helps to prevent injuries and actually helps to elongate your muscles as a preparation for workout or fitness routines, particularly a lot of the high impact, high intensity impact type of cardio, CrossFitters. If you do this before you do your workout, you actually reduce your injury. And the risk of injury is greater if you don't work out your muscles. And it's not just stretching. Sometimes we need to really elongate the tendons and the ligaments, which I've had a ton of patients I've worked with who've had labrum tears from overextension and just overwhelm of the joint. The foam rolling can really help minimize that. And it's a great tool also after working out because it can motivate the lymphatic system and can help reduce lactic acid buildup. So if you don't foam roll, this is a game changer. If you've got aches and pains, you've got muscle pains, you have fibromyalgia or any type of rheumatoid arthritis, this is really great for also addressing some of the inflammation in your joints. By rolling, we can move the lymphatics and also help support the soft tissue and the muscle around that joint. It's really, really beneficial. This is 27% off. So this is ordinarily $18.99. It's today, the Cyber Monday deal is $13.95. It's in the carousel. I've highlighted it down below, so please check that out. And this particular product, almost 70,000 people have purchased it and it's gotten 4.5 stars. So this is your basic foam roller. It's fantastic and it is extremely, extremely powerful at helping support your workout. Now, next up, I want to share with you the Theragun Wave is kind of taking your basic, let me grab it. It's taking your basic foam roller and adding vibration to it. And the vibration and the divots, this kind of divot, is what helps us really incorporate a lot of good additional potent power. So it's going to take your foam roller and like 20x the effect of the foam roller. And this is a little bit, it's not nearly as wide as you can see. And this is something you can place in between your back. You never want to place it on the cervical spine. You want to place it on the lumbar and thoracic spine, and it will really get that moving. So when you press the button and it vibrates, wow, it is really, really powerful. And I've featured these types of vibrational foam rollers on previous Healthy Holiday gift guides on my YouTube channel. But now that Theragun has this wave roller, it far exceeds some of the versions that I have detailed, particularly by the mechanics, the way Theragun works. They have really high quality mechanics. I've had ones that they no longer take a charge and they're really not as high quality. So that you can shop in the carousel down below. And moving on to another awesome Theragun product is the Theragun Mini. And this is really a fantastic product. This is 13% off today on Cyber Monday. It's usually $199, and today you can get it for $174. And this particular unit, you press right here, and it has 3 different speeds. And it is a great way to get into the muscles like of the neck, the shoulder, even your arm, the bicep muscles and triceps. If you are working out one particular big muscle group or find you have a lot of muscle tension, or even for folks that have, like I have scoliosis, and so I'll always have one side of my spine that's more developed. And so you might have the muscular imbalances. This is really good for evening that out and works the muscle. So I want to share with you, this is what it's like. This, I don't know if you can see it. And so when you use this, it really gets into the muscles. And so I'll take it away from the mic, but I mean, it really works and it just gets in and it feels so good. So if you have like some of those knots that are really hard to get out, And it's really good for partners because this helps minimize how strong your massage has to be for your partner that might have really locked down muscles. So I've got that in the carousel below. I want to share with you some details here about the product. Let me put those up here. So this kind of details a little bit about, it's got 3 very calibrated speeds, and it starts at 1750 ppm, and that's basically like how many pulses per minute. And then it goes up to 2100, which is an insane amount, and then 2400 pulses per minute. And it's this quiet force technology. The fact that it's rotating so quickly, it's not as intense as you think it would be noise wise. And the battery lasts for 150 minutes, and it's super easy to grip. So let me show you again. I'll show you the 3 speeds. So this is 1. Okay, so this is 1750, and then we're going to move to 2100. You see it's going even further, and then this is the fastest. It is amazing, and you'll feel all jiggly and jello-like after you're done using this because it is such a great tool. So definitely check that out on the carousel below. I don't think they're probably going to have any more sales on this after the holidays, so this would definitely be one of those buy it now products. And you know, a lot of these I can't guarantee if you're going to have sales. So you know, whether you're going to find this sale again, I don't know. I've had a lot of people ask like, oh, I really love that X, Y, and Z you showed on one of your previous lives, and they didn't have it on sale anymore. So you have to act now. And that's one of the reasons why it's kind of shop with me and highlight in the carousel down below. So next up, for all you fitness enthusiasts, these are my favorite, the Heath yoga pants. They come in a lot of different styles, a lot of different colors, but this particular version, it's 36% off today. And again, this is another one of those, I don't think we're going to see the sale again. It is regularly, a pair is $24.95. You can catch them for $15.94. And this has 4.5 stars on Amazon. Over 27, almost 28,000 people have reviewed this product. It is really awesome. I want to share with you a little bit. I want you to see some of the colors. So you can have it where the pants are longer down to the ankle. You can have the crop version. They have their size chart. I'll show you a little bit more detailed size chart here, but they have so many colors, and they have beautiful colors, like really pretty gem colors. They have some really pretty maroon and pretty like a hunter green. And then they have your typical black and gray. So let me share with you the black and gray. And so these are the measurements. So if you're not sure what size that you might want to get, what I really love about these is with leggings, a big part of their fit is not just your weight or your size in terms of the circumference of your hip or your waist, but a lot of it has to do with the length of your legs. And that's really critical, is how well does it fit in the lower torso. And so this gives you a breakdown of how, you know, your height, and then also your weight, but also matching that up with the dimensions. So your waist circumference, your hip circumference, and then the length. Feel like that is a great sizing, and probably one of the reasons why it gets such good reviews. People get the size that they order, and it fits true to size based on the detail of this measurement. And that doesn't sound like something major, but when it comes to buying fitness wear or any type of clothing on Amazon, a lot of it has to do with how well you can figure out your size and be satisfied when it comes in. So I particularly love the pattern on the left. I love that. And as you can see, it makes your butt just looks fantastic. So it hugs all of the right curves, and it's very flattering for all of the sizes. It's a really, really cute, super fun fit. And the other thing I want to share with you is you kind of see here, over here. So backwards here. You have a little spot here for your phone. I don't recommend wearing your phone. It's not good in terms of the electronics on your body. But I will say one of the cool things is it has a little feature in the pocket, the front has a little pocket for like a key. And so I have always gravitated toward those fitness those fitness items where I can just pop in my car key and I have it on hand without having to have anything else if I'm going for a walk or run in the park. But really fantastic feature. And again, they're $15.94, 36% off today. That's a fantastic deal. So let me know if you have any questions there. Okay, so next up, I bought this for Black Friday. So I'm going to share with you. They got in. So we're going to unbox this together. These are the I think it's the Koolaburra. They're Ugg Slippers. And so catalog down below, you can check them out. They're 25% off. This is the same sale that I grabbed these for Black Friday. Let me share with you. I love Uggs. I just love them so much. And these are the slippers. Oh, they feel so soft. Oh my gosh, you guys. So these are the slippers. It's a faux fur lining, just so you know, but it is super, super soft. And it holds up really well. So you've got in the middle, you've got the brand sewn in. Just love this feature. How cool are these? They're very fashionable. And I also want to share with you, let me take this sticker off. My Uggs, I have another pair. These are really dirty. I got these a few years ago. These are my other pair. So this is like my new version of these. I mean, these still look great. I wear them all the time. They are fantastic. But one of the things I love about these is the sole. You can wear these out. So obviously you don't want to wear them outside in rain, but you can grab the mail, you can run to the store with these and not feel like, oh my gosh, definitely you wouldn't look like you're wearing your slippers, but they are super comfortable. And some of the trendy shoes we're seeing more of the faux fabric, the faux lining of the faux fur material and coats and even shoes. So I love these. So let me show you the other one. But yeah, today's Cyber Monday deal. I think this will be the last day on these. Again, I got the Black Friday deal because I wasn't sure how long it would be lasting. And sure enough, it's still a sale, still a deal. But these are the Koolaburra Uggs, the slippers. And this is the side. This is what they look like on the side. Aren't they cute? And in the back, they're super cute. And this is a really nice soft fabric. And then the faux fur lining is super, super comfy. And if, one of the things I really like, I happen to have cold feet all the time. And so it's just been a byproduct, I think, of some of my circulatory challenges. So this keeps my feet warm all the time. And I basically wear these for about 9 months out of the year. And I'm excited to add the pink to my collection. As you can see, super cute. See that detail? So these are 25% off. You can grab them today, Cyber Monday deal, for $44.95. Just love these. So comment down below. I'm curious if anybody owns Uggs. I mean, they last. I still have, 10 years ago, I think I got my Ugg boots. They're still they're doing great. So Ugg, you can even treat them. Oh, and this is what they're called. The Leslie, I think. Yeah, Leslie Perf. That's the name of it. And I got a size 8. So the big question here, they do not have half sizes. I'm a 7.5 and it fits perfectly fine. So I measured up with Uggs. You kind of go the half size up. So if you're a 6.5, get a 7. If you're 7.5 or 8.5, go up to 8 or 9. So sizing wise, I hope that's helpful. Okay, I now want to share with you another deal that I had up last week. And let me open this up. So first of all, this is the Bag Smart, and it is a really cute toiletry traveling bag. And the fabric is really high quality. It's got a zip to it. And I want to share with you what it looks like on the inside. This is the medium that is on sale, 34% off. It's normally just under $30, and today it's $19.54. This is what they look like on the inside. So it's got the 4 panels, as you can see. And what's great is it has the swivel hook. And so you can, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of bag. The swivel hook, it goes up here. This happens to be the large version. I bought the large. Today, the medium is on sale. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you all. It's really great if you're going to start traveling again. It has this bag particularly. Let me open it up. I'll show you each little section. One of the things that I really liked about this brand is whenever I travel, it's really sometimes hard to have it where your items fit perfectly inside. And so sometimes you need the pouches that hold your items in place. But then also down here, they give you 2 zippers so you can access. So let's say I'm going to pack my Revitalash, which it's on the carousel. If you're new and joining, I detailed this already. The Revitalash is on sale. But it fits and it holds it in place. And that is really great for accessibility. So you zip it up, you can get it on the bottom or the top. And it also, for some of the larger components, it'll hold deodorant, it holds all your soaps and conditioners. And I've always had problems with those things opening. That's prevented. And then you have the smaller component down here. It's a really high quality bag. The zippers are really high quality. This hanging feature is really great because sometimes you're at a hotel and you don't have a lot of space, and you can hang it on here like this, or if you need to hang it over a door, you can do that. So and then you've got the ability to access all the different components. So I'm featuring on my catalog down below, you can grab the medium size for $19.54 today. And that's a 34% savings. And I think that's such a really good deal. Okay, so next up I want to feature, oh, here, you know what? Let me show you what it looks like. So the bottles, see, they lock in. It has the little it's a rubber band. It's an elastic band, but it really keeps them all contained, especially if you have glass bottles. That's a really good way to make sure they're not clinking together and are just more organized. And then it has that double zipper feature I was showing you. So that's a little bit of a better detail. But next up, I want to share with you something that I really have fallen in love with this year. Anytime I'm drinking coffee, I am using a pour over coffee maker. And there are a lot out there. Many have plastic components. And if you're dealing with boiling water, you don't want to have the plastic components. So this has stainless steel. And it still, like for me, I still put in my eco-friendly like coffee, the little coffee cup, what are they called? Coffee filters. I put the coffee filter at the top. But this shows you a little bit about how it works. So it has a stainless steel filter at the top. And this has 2 layers to it, which is a little bit higher quality than you'll find. So you may find, like I use really ground espresso. And so a lot of times you might not, the espresso can get through even those particular strainers. But this is a glass carafe, and it's really great. I love the handle. It's a really nice feature. You could even remove the top and you could then put that on like your coffee mug or whatnot. So you don't necessarily always have to have it over the glass feature, which is another nice feature. Some of the pour overs, they have it where the strainer is shaped to fit into the carafe. And so I really like that. It has the flexibility for that. And so let me share with you, it's 35% off. This is the Conform pour over coffee maker, and it's $14.99 today, which is really, really great. Hey, buddy. Are you going to bed? Go, good night. Oh, my little man's going to bed.
Little cutie.
Oh, thanks, honey. Oh, my little buddy's going to bed. Oh, squeezes. Thank you, honey. I love you. Okay, good night. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, thank you, honey. Good night, buddy. Close the door, honey. Thank you. All right. All right, so my little man's going to bed. Okay, so coffee is great. I love this. But again, this is $14.99. It's 35% off today. And it's such a great feature, especially, toxins like plastic can invade our body and can cause hormonal imbalance. It can cause hair loss, which would require you to check out the Revitalash, which is in the carousel. Everything's down below that I'm featuring today. And I hope you'll follow me and shop along with me. Today is really the last of the, mega Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal weekend. So this is the time to grab all these awesome items. Next up, I want to share with you something that we've come across in our travels and also with our remodels. This is a roll-up drying dish rack, and this is really cool. It goes right over the sink and it rolls up. It rolls up just like this on the left or the right. It's space saving, so you can have it where it's vertical or horizontal, depending on the dimensions. So I want to share with you the dimensions here. It's 11 inches in its depth or width, and the length, if you will, is 17.8 inches. And the sides are BPA, dishwasher safe. It's a particular silicone. It can resist heat up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you have we found out that we have a major heated, like the temperature on our hot water tank is really hot. And so it comes out scalding, but even then it's not 400 degrees. So this is fine for a lot of different, the utilization. You can use this right over any sink. This also works well in folks that are traveling like with RVs or, the van lifers. This really works well too. They can put over the little sink. So, kind of outside the box thinking, this covers a lot of different bases, but also just gives you the ability to dry and have it drip right into the sink. So then you're not using paper towels or anything else like that. So, but yeah, that is on feature today. It's $8.90. It's 48% off. That's one of the things I was like, holy cow, it's such a good deal. So I wanted to share that with you today. And again, it rolls up really easy, super easy to store as well if you aren't using it. So I saw that earlier in the spring. I thought, wow, that's such a great feature. In our sink that we remodeled in our house in Georgia, I couldn't fit this, but the sinks here, now they fit. So really, really cool feature. And that, again, 48% off. It's linked in the carousel down below. And make sure you follow me. I'm doing lots of lives as well throughout the month and throughout the season. So I hope you'll follow me and watch other live shows as well. Okay, so next up I want to share with you, it's featured down in the carousel below. This is the New Balance Women's Fuel Core. These are great walking shoes. These are great for and I love New Balance. I'm a big fan of this shoe. They're very supportive and they're really good for like low impact type of exercise. So walking and just every day, being out and about and needing a good fitness shoe. This is a great quality product. I want to share with you what it looks like close up. And again, this is one of those things that found its way into my cart. So you can see the side, it's got a little stretchy band, and then the fabric in the front of the shoe is different than the back. And the sole, you can see it's definitely for kind of everyday use walking. But this is such a great deal. So the carousel, check it out down below. They were 33% off. So they come in at $42. So I just want you to check that out. It's so fantastic. They were really great shoes. And one of the things I think we need to better support our shoes, our feet. So if you're walking a lot, you need to have good supportive shoes, and these definitely qualify. Okay, so next up, this is more fashion-y. and that's made our list, but it was such a good deal. I'm highlighting it down in the carousel below. This is the Klausi Women's Backpack Purse, and this is a faux leather. And, you know, one of the things I've noticed with a lot of the folks that I follow, backpack purses are really popular, and they're really great too if you are a mom or you're carrying, like, you're traveling. We're starting to get back to traveling. One of the reasons why I've added the Bag Smart to our catalog and this backpack today. Let me share with you what it looks like. So one of the features, all the zippers, everything is really high quality, really well made, and it came with really amazing reviews. So this has a side pocket, it's got a front pocket, it's got a back pocket, pockets everywhere. So it's got internal slots and pockets inside. Just every side except for the bottom, there are pockets. And it also, you can fit a laptop in it. So you see here, this laptop fits it. So it's just over 12.5 inches high and almost 6 inches in width and 12.2 inches in kind of the width. So the length and the depth, all that is detailed here. It's not too chunky, but it's not too small either. And I really love that, because one of the things that I found is that a lot of, like, I have a backpack that I use for my video camera whenever I travel, and it's perfect, right size, but I need something else when I don't take my camera. And that is where this qualifies. And also this would be great for a trip to Disney or, you know, a field trip with Gabriel's school. And they are, let me tell you the price. It's 23% off, $33.98 today. Regularly $43.99. And the reviews, again, I've followed all the reviews. It comes highly recommended. So I love that. Okay, next up, I want to kind of dig back into some fitness and kind of spinal health focus. This happens to be a neck and shoulder relaxer. This is something that many of you probably are not aware of, but if you have any type of cervical spine injuries or misalignment of your cervical spine, that's the spine here, it's your neck, all the neck bones from the top of your head, where the neck and the skull meet, all the way down to the very top of your upper torso. This is what we call a neck shoulder relaxer. This is really targeted at alleviating pain, neck and shoulder tension, so muscular tension, and releasing some of the muscles that can be causing TMJ and headaches. And so if you feel like sometimes these muscles in here are tight, this is therapeutically what I recommend to patients who are experiencing that type of tenderness. I want to show you how you use it. So you place it here where the kind of roll back is facing where your hair would be. And it gives you the proper cervical arch or cervical spinal alignment. So this was actually crafted by a chiropractor, and it is totally focused on cervical alignment. And it comes in 47% off, which is a huge deal. And it's $15.99 today. I don't think this is going to be here again tomorrow. It's usually $29.99. And the theory behind this type of muscle relaxing and muscle stretching of the cervical spine is that it gives you the proper cervical alignment, so that if you lay on it for just 10 minutes, that's the kind of therapeutic methodology. Lay on it for 10 minutes and it retrains the neuromuscular pathways of the cervical spine and helps to incorporate the right alignment on the left and right side. And so over time, if you've got TMJ that's coming from muscle tension and some of the other things that are contributing to headaches and migraines, this is highly, highly effective. Okay, so I'm really excited by that, because if you've had a car accident like I have, you've had whiplash, or even if you've gone to a chiropractor or go to a chiropractor, or you've noticed you don't get the arch to the cervical spine, you're getting straight or some sort of degree imbalance, this is really good, because as long as we're breathing, we can help recraft and reshape some of our spinal alignment. And as if you're, like a lot of us, we're kind of neck out because of us working on a laptop or at a desk setting, and that ends up straining the cervical spine. So if you've got a family member on your list this year that needs some, they're complaining about a neck, or, they're always kind of cracking their neck, this would be really, really good for them. Or if they just have tight shoulders and have a lot of tension in the upper back. So that's a really good deal. Carousel down below is where you can shop with me. It's $15.99 today. That's 47% savings here on Cyber Monday. Okay, next up, I'm featuring something I found that was really fantastic. And when it comes to health, one of the things that's really critical is you have healthy environment in your shower. You don't want to have mold or mildew, because as we shower, the mist that actually, those spores get released. And a lot of people don't realize that they're actually absorbing mycotoxins from showering in mildewy and moldy environments. And we've been dealing with mold. And so I'm more acutely aware of just how pervasive mold can be. So this is the 4-pack. It's a 4-pack of drill attachments. The drill's not included. And this morning it was a lightning deal for like $6. The lightning deal, it's sold out, but it's still on sale. It's 29% off right now. So act fast, because I know this is going away. It's usually $11.99. Today it's $8.50. And this is such a really cool tool. So I want to share with you kind of how this works. So basically you hook these attachments into a drill. So most of us have a drill. They're easy to change. You just click them on. And now you've got the speed of a drill with the intensity of a scrubbing brush. And we had something a few years ago that we ended up losing after a move. So we had it in Florida, and then we moved to Atlanta. We lost the attachment. And so we never regained that. And we always were lacking in this until now. And so this has so many different attachments. You can get into those little crevices of grout. You're going to save a lot of time cleaning. You can get in between everything. People use it on their cars. They can use it, in the shower. You can use it on ledges. I mean, anything that needs really kind of a hard brush, it's sometimes really hard to get in. This is a Dr. Brush. So that's the name of this brand. It is phenomenal. I highly recommend it, especially if you're dealing with gunk that's really hard to get out. The drill feature, you just are drilling away and using less time, less chemicals, and you're getting the job done in terms of cleaning. So if you've got a family member that maybe is a home, cleans homes, this is such a great gift. Or if you just want to get through cleaning your kitchen and your bathrooms faster, this drill will totally do that. So save time and save money today. 29% savings today. Buy it for $8.50. That's 4 brushes, 4 brush attachments. That's, $2.12.5 each one. So really, really, really good deal. Love, love, love. Okay. Next up, I want to share with you a supplement that I recommend for patients, the Nun brand. They have their immunity support. They've got a 2-pack, 2 flavors. They have the raspberry, or not raspberry, it's a blueberry. Let me show you the blueberry, tangerine, and orange citrus. I like these for a few reasons. One, they are low calorie, low sugar, and they're actually quite flavorful. They've got stevia as their kind of sugar additive, which is a cleaner sugar. A lot of the fizzy, immune drinks are just chock full of not great stuff. And so I'm going to swap back to the features here. As you see, they've got elderberry, and they also have, and it's organic. They've got organic ginger, organic turmeric. They also have some Himalayan salt, and they have magnesium in a different form than what we often see in some of the other items that are on the market. When it comes to like a fizzy drink, you want to add a little flavor to your drink, or you want some immune support, this is the brand I recommend. And so this 2-pack is usually $13.98. It's 37% off. And one of the things with Cyber Monday, I also look for my everyday use items and products that I buy. Maybe I'm not out of just yet. Like I happen to be out of the Revitalash. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a good deal. I was going to have to see my doctor in like a week. I would rather save money doing that. So in immunity, the two are really fantastic. So the tabs are super fizzy, 2 calories of sugar. They are quite tasty. And I think it's a really good deal at $8.86. So it's less than $4.50 each of the tubes. And, you know, that is definitely a good way to support your immune system, but also the ginger and turmeric are good for moving your lymphatics. So sinus congestion and whatnot go away. Okay, next up is a hot trend. Right now, it's in my carousel down below, and these are called ice globes. And ice globes are the newest, latest eye and puffy care facial anti-inflammatory topical tools that you can use. And so Velvet is the brand that I'm featuring here. I've put this on here for an assortment of reasons. One, it's a great deal. It's 25% off. So these are normally $39.99. These tools tend to be a little bit more expensive. So 25% savings, you can catch this at $29.99 today. So shop the carousel down below. Ice globes are really fantastic for reducing puffiness. And they're also really great. I do a lot of post-surgical healing work with patients. So patients that might have eye or facial related surgeries, even jaw dental surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, very powerful. Let me share with you what it looks like if you were to do these. So here you can see the uses for the globes. They're really great for alleviating sinus pain, and they're really wonderful for the migraines or the headaches, hormonal headaches. They also, depending on how you use them, they can tighten up your skin. It will reduce redness and inflammation, as well as swelling of the face, puffiness. And as a lymphatic drainage therapist, they're really good for motivating the lymphatics depending on how you use them. I'm going to be doing tutorials on these, but I think they're fantastic and they're really great. These handles also will keep your hands from getting cold. Some of the items on the market do not have the special handle. So you're not only, you've got that cold globe, but also the handle is really cold. That precludes people from using it. So again, these are great. And $29.99 is 25% off down below. They're fantastic. And I'm so excited by this. So the puffy eyes, that's a big, big feature. It really benefits and reduces the puffy eyes, but also folks find that it's very soothing. And so if you, have maybe had a bad day and you had a little good cry, it can just reduce that. But also if you wake up and you've got allergies, it's good for reducing allergy-related facial puffiness. So I will be creating a tutorial with these on my YouTube channel in the near future. But I just want to share a little bit more about how awesome they are. You can keep them cool in the fridge. So they come with a protective case. That's another feature that many of these other eye globes do not have. And basically what they're made out of, they're these stainless steel round globes, and inside they have a non-toxic freeze-resistant liquid. And it is what really, this is the feature of this, is it keeps it cold. So you basically put this pack, let me go back to that, put this pack in the fridge. You don't have to put it in the freezer, and it's cool, and you can use it anytime you want. It's fantastic. And even like before you go to bed, just do a little cool, clean your face before you put your eye care on. You just clean it and just put your globes on, and they reduce puffiness. And cold therapy is something that I immerse a lot of my clinical work in terms of hot and cold. And cold reduces inflammation. Cold therapy on the body is good for circulation, lymphatic flow. It's good for also, it can trigger certain mechanisms in the skin to turn over the cell turnover speeds up. So it's very anti-aging. And on the face, we can actually see invigoration of collagen. So that's a really great benefit. Okay, next up, this is an everyday use item for me, castor oil. Castor oil is great. It's 42% off. This is a high quality castor oil here. And it's something that you can use on your scalp. You can use it on your skin. You can do castor oil packing. I have a whole bunch of video content on that. But if you are trying to reduce tumors or fibroids or reduce swelling, castor oil is excellent for that, but it also can invigorate lashes and eye growth, eyebrows. But castor oil is fantastic. So if you're a consumer of castor oil, this savings, you get this huge, huge bottle for $10.95. It's $42% off today. And a lot of these, again, are Cyber Monday only deals. Everything goes back to normal tomorrow. Next up is one of the features, and it's down below. I feature this a lot, the Gua Sha tools. I featured a rose quartz Gua Sha tool the other day. Let me show you the rose quartz tool. This happens to be the jade version of it. So instead of rose quartz, these are jade, just color green. That's the difference. But Gua Sha and the roller effect, the eye roller, these are fantastic also for facial fitness, if that makes sense. And they really are powerful at motivating lymphatics, invigorating collagen. There's a whole bunch of techniques that you can deploy. Again, I've created content to that as well. But these, I've never seen them this low. These two together are $6.99. That is 30% off. These are normally $9.99. So Jade Gua Sha and eye roller tool, two of them, $6.99. That's awesome. It's less than $3.50. So it's an unheard of steal. So definitely check that, buy those, and then you can check out my tutorial where I show you how to use that. And even for my lymphatic patients or folks that are trying to deal with scar tissue, you can use Gua Sha to gently brush the skin. And I'll share with you, even though this is the rose quartz, it's the same type of tool, but you can do Gua Sha on the face. And I don't have a whole lot of facial makeup on right now, but you can do Gua Sha on the face. You can do a lifting. There's this whole kind of invigoration up here. Like if you've got, like I have some lines right here because I've been talking all day, but you can do this technique where you just go over those muscles and it relaxes the muscles. Same thing too. Now this is very cooling. You can put these tools also in the refrigerator, very similar to the eye globe, how it gets cool. And you can do these circular patterns to release some of the muscles, the TMJ muscles. So these are tools that are not just for skincare, but they're for muscle care of the body, of the face. And you can use these on other parts of the body. But these are really wonderful medical devices. I call them medical devices because if we've got tension and you have TMJ, that's going to cause you a lot of grief and a lot of stress, induces stress in the body. So the Gua Sha tool, Jade tool, it's $6.99 today, 30% off. Oh, it's a good deal. Catch it in the carousel down below. Fantastic, fantastic tool. Okay, next up is something I'm so excited to share with you. So Four Sigmatic is a brand I have been using quite a bit, and I'm almost out of my powder. And so I saw this and was like, oh, it's a good deal. So Four Sigmatic, I'm featuring them now in the carousel down below. This is on sale for $35.99. Four Sigmatic is one of the best plant-based protein powders out there. The brand itself is such a high quality brand. The curator of the brand is very specialized in his formulations of the ingredients in here. And it's not just a plant-based protein, but you're also getting a ton of adaptogens as well as functional mushrooms. This is that combination is what sets this apart as a plant-based protein, in my professional opinion, as a naturopathic physician. And at 20% off, this is normally $44.99 today. I know it's today only. Cyber Monday, get 20% off. You can buy your, it comes in vanilla. The vanilla is on sale, $35.99. So I want to share with you the details because I think that's really helpful. So first of all, the thing that makes Four Sigmatic so fantastic is it has vegan protein. So you're not having to worry about an unclean protein source. And with that, you're getting really good, clean protein. So the protein breaks down to be 24 grams of protein per scoop. And a scoop is about 40 grams. So half of your scoop is filled with protein, which is very dense. You're not getting a lot of fillers. You're getting your protein. You get pea protein, hemp, chia, pumpkin, and coconut protein. That's unique. That is not something that you're going to find. It's very rare to find a chia and a pumpkin and a coconut protein in a good vegan protein source. So right off the bat, that's a winner for me. The second thing that I love about it is the next lineup. It has ashwagandha, 250 milligrams. That's a fantastic stress reducer. It's one of the best supportive supplements or medicinals, herbal medicinals out there to help calm their central nervous system, to ease inflammation. It just brings the stress levels down. It helps your stress response mechanism stay calm and be calm. It has Elethra, which is a good energizer, but also very adaptogenic in its category. And then it has chaga, cordyceps, reishi, turkey tail, lion's mane. I just featured a video on my YouTube channel about top 5 mushrooms, and these are all of them. So right off the bat, it's got 200 milligrams. They are only the fruiting body. So let me kind of detail why this is really important. So there are a lot of low quality, expensive but inexpensive ingredients. Brands that are charging a ton of money for functional mushrooms, but they're using the mycelium. They're using like the roots, and they're not using the fruiting bodies. Well, the fruiting bodies are what makes mushrooms medicinal. And one of the things that is awesome about Four Sigmatic is the curator. He is actually from a Nordic country where he grew up on a mushroom farm. So he is like generations, I think it's like 7 or 12 generations into mushroom farmers and like the harvesting of mushrooms. And so he has brought mushroom potency to America in the high quality version we need, which are the fruiting bodies. So let me go back to the ingredients. So by the way, if you're just joining, this is 20% off. This is a great deal, the vanilla flavor. But you can see here, you're going to get 200 milligrams of each of the ashwagandha, the elethro, but then you get your chaga, which is it's the king of mushrooms. So you're going to get the fruiting bodies of chaga and cordyceps and reishi and turkey tail and lion's mane. Those ingredients, friends, they're not inexpensive. They're not cheap, but they're high quality and they have high benefits on the body, mega benefits. Like lion's mane is awesome for energizing your body. It's great for giving you the necessary power you need, brain, mental capacity, physical capacity. It's wonderful for that. Reishi is very calming to your central nervous system, so it helps to balance out your stress. Then chaga is tons of studies on chaga as a reduction to tumorous cells. It halts cancer cells. It actually has been shown in studies to create apoptosis, cancer cell death. So that is fantastic if you're looking at supporting your immune system. It has immune regulation and immune modulation to help respond to defenses or help your defenses, your body's natural defense mechanism respond to invaders of all types, viruses, the kind of mold, mycotoxins, things that are harmful that your body is trying to fight. It'll rev that up in a healthy way. And then you also find, let me kind of go through, cordyceps is another one that is, a lot of times functional mushrooms, you won't find cordyceps in it. It's definitely the more expensive of our fruiting body mushrooms. but the potency behind it, it's great for your vascular system. It's good for your immune system, very anti-inflammatory, high antioxidant levels. It's so fantastic. And then turkey tail is another one that is really good for immune support. So for Sigmatic, their protein powder, oh, it's great. I'm really excited for you all to add that to your carousel, or add it to your cart. So shop my carousel down below. You'll see that, which is so fantastic. Next step is something that I recommend for a lot of my female patients that are dealing with hormonal imbalance. And before you kind of think, what is this? This is a basal body temperature thermometer. So it takes your basal body temperature, BBT, and we use this therapeutically in a lot of different ways. The most commonly known, I'm going to get real comfy here because we're going to go into kind of a teaching moment. One of the most common sources or reasons why a woman would own a basal body temperature thermometer or basal body thermometer is to help with conception. But that's not the only reason. This is why I think all women need this. If you deal with any type of hormonal imbalance and you feel like you might have some thyroid imbalance, but you find your labs are normal, which that's a whole nother category. I detail this a lot on my YouTube channel, but a lot of times women are in a subclinical hypothyroidism. And for me, as a functional medicine practitioner, I'm a naturopathic provider of care. I look at addressing the root cause of illness and disease. And one of the most important ways for us to analyze thyroid imbalance is to take your basal body temperature, or use a basal body thermometer like this. This gives us 2 degrees, not just 97.5, but we get really specific. That helps us we chart this out, and you kind of see there's an app that goes with this. We chart this out and we can see, one, if women are ovulating, and this is effective for all women. This is great for natural family planning, highly effective. But you can tell the cycle. If there is a cycle, ideally you should be, kind of the, low 98, high 97s. Then you'll peak to usually 98.2 or 3, and then you go down a little bit. But some of my patients are really low. They're 96, low 97s. They never really peak. That tells us a lot about your thyroid function. Your thyroid gland controls your body temperature. If you find that your labs are normal, but you don't feel normal and you're having all these symptoms, then this would be something that would be extremely powerful in assessing if there is a problem. So this is a more diagnostic tool. It doesn't get any type of street credibility with the normal medical providers. But in functional medicine, this is a hands down one of the most important tools that I use. And it's inexpensive. So this happens to be, I'm showing it's $9.99. It was on sale earlier. I'm not sure if you're seeing it in your catalog, but I'll keep talking about it because it's so, even at $9.99, it's such a good deal. But it helps you measure your body temperature. And body temperature tells us a lot about the functionality of certain glands and body systems, the hormone function in your body. It tells us more about that. And that's really critical. And so let me post up here a few details, because with this, you actually are going to be taking your temperature not for a few seconds, but 3 to 5 minutes. And I know that probably sounds really crazy, because one of the things that we find is that a lot of thermometers are not really, they're not intensely accurate. They're accurate, but not to like the 10th degree. And with this, it allows us to get a bigger, better snapshot of your temperature. It also has a whole bunch of features here that tends to be kind of standard with a lot of the thermometers that are out there. But the basal thermometer, basal body temperature, this is a really fantastic way to measure what's going on in your body and where there might be some imbalance. And I chart out your temperature. And that's one of the first things that in appointments with my patients now virtually, I'll say, I want you to chart out for the next 30 days your basal body temperature, because we need to get a sense of what your furnace is like. Are we so low on the temperature side that your immunity is at risk? Because if you cannot elevate your body temperature to spike a fever, that is going to cause you challenges. And we know with this current pandemic, that's a risk factor. And if you find that like a temperature for you is 99.5, where if you're in the 96s where you should be close to 98, a 2 degree difference can be the difference between you fighting off an illness, a cold, pathogen, or some sort of infection, cellulitis, whatever it might be. That's a big, big difference. And to harness the functionality of your thyroid gland to support your immunity or fertility or hormone balance, we have to get specific details. So I'm not sure why. It might have been a lightning deal earlier. I'm pretty positive it was on sale for, I think, $6.99, but I put it up here anyway. It's $9.99. At least it's showing on my phone app. So, but it's a great tool. And again, it's a 3 to 5 minute measure. So you're just gonna sit there with this thing in your mouth, measuring your temperature, but it's so worth it because it gives us a bigger snapshot. And with thyroid imbalance, with hormone imbalance, with conception challenges or maintaining a pregnancy, we need a bigger picture, and we need details. And the basal body temperature allows us to do that. So I think every woman should have this in their arsenal. Okay, next up, I want to share with you something that we have. I couldn't access it. Our kitchen's all a mess right now, but I have these. These are the Rubbermaid meal prep set. And so it's a whole set and it's divided. So if you're a meal prepper, this is fantastic. If you have a kiddo that takes lunch, these are great for lunches. You can divide out snacks or fruit and, sandwich or protein. But one of the things I love about Rubbermaid is the sides. This thing snaps shut, like it locks in place and it seals shut. I got one, I want to say at like a garage sale a year or so ago, and thought, holy cow, this is fantastic. I love perusing garage sales for really good deals. And Rubbermaid, I want to share with you here. This is, they call it the Brilliance, the meal prep set. It's 10 pieces. And it has a really, really good divider. Like one side's a little bit larger than the other side, but the locking mechanism of the little black hooks here that you see on the side, they lock in, and it's got like this little plastic piece on the lid. And when you lock it in, it seals it shut. I mean, I've seen nothing like this. This is so amazing. And it's a really good, high quality plastic. So you're going to find that it's BPA free. It's a great brand. I love it. And it's on sale. So it's a mega sale too. So it's 54% off. The set is usually it's actually usually $32.99. So it's 54% off. Today you can grab it for $15.20. And so again, it's a 10-piece set. Basically, you get 5 meal preps. So if you want to do, we have family members that's all they do. They meal prep like on a Sunday, and they get everything ready, and like that's it. They've got all their meal set. They're budget conscious, which is awesome. You can buy a set for you, buy a set for your spouse or your kids, and you can buy 3 or 4 for really, you buy 2 for the price of 1. So you can get more. I love this. But again, 54% off. It's a steal. It's a total steal today. Okay, now I'm going to share with you the deal of the day, and I'm so excited about this. For any of you, if you're watching and you're a follower, let me know, comment down below, because I'm always talking about roasted dandelion root tea, dandelion tea. Today, dandelion tea is on sale, and it is a mega pack for 42% off. So instead of paying $23.94 for the mega pack, you get it for $13.82. dandelion tea, whether you get it roasted or it's a regular dandelion, doesn't really matter. Overall, dandelion has the amazing capacity to support your liver. And it is, let me see, let me open this up. I drink this every day. If you deal with constipation, dandelion, drinking 1 or 2 tea bags of this, it'll eliminate constipation. I mean, that is how powerful this is. So dandelion itself is really potent. Potent. I don't know why I can't open this. Potent for the liver. Yeah, so here we go. So your little tea bag. So you do 2 tea bags a day and you won't be constipated. You'll have a bowel movement at minimum once a day. If you need a few more bowel movements, you have another cup or 2. But these tea bags are so fantastic. Traditional Medicinals is one of the very few tea companies that their bag, and I'll open this up. And this is really important to know. If you're a tea drinker, like I love tea, I drink a lot of tea throughout the day and the evening. It's just, it's my thing. One of the things that a lot of people don't realize is a lot of the tea brands, this bag itself is made out of plastic. Not so in the world of Traditional Medicinal. So that's the brand that has their dandelion pack on sale. If you are drinking your regular tea company and you're putting boiling hot water into this plastic bag, you're going to be consuming plastics, which does the antithesis or opposite of what you're hoping to achieve by detoxing your liver. So this tea bag with Traditional Medicinals, this is not plastic. And so you're going to get healthier tea, and you're also going to support your liver. And so Traditional Medicinals is my go-to. And again, the tea bag itself is the cleanest tea bag that's out there. So you can grab the tea, the boxes for $13.82. And then also in my carousel, they have the ginger tea. And ginger tea is so fantastic for supporting motivation of the lymphatics. It's anti-inflammatory. It helps ease digestive issues. Ginger is very pro-supportive of your vascular system. It's going to get your body's circulation moving. It's going to warm. It's a warming herb. And so, like I mentioned, why I have my new Ugg Slippers on this list. I have cold feet. My feet literally get cold. Well, if I want to enhance my circulation, I will add ginger tea to the mix because it'll warm you up. So ginger tea also for those who might have thyroid imbalances and need a basal body temperature, that will offset that. So the 2 tea choices are down below. I'm going to highlight the ginger. They're the deal of the day. So I'm really excited by this because it's very rare that you can get this quantity in this pack. So the Traditional Medicinals, ginger is highlighted now. In the carousel also, you can find the dandelion tea. So fantastic deals. I'm so excited by these. All of these I feel like are fantastic deals. Also deals that probably aren't going to see a whole lot. You know, some we can kind of expect that there will be running deals throughout the season here with Christmas approaching and Hanukkah, but not with some of these items. So if you're interested, shop my carousel, and I'm excited to bring these items to you. I'm very excited. I hope you'll catch me on future lives, and make sure if you haven't already, follow me and check out my storefront. You can find it at amazon.com/store/natural health resources. And I have a whole bunch of lists that you can shop from. So this has been super fun. I'm so excited to have you all join me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful Cyber Monday. Happy shopping. Have a great day, everyone.